Ella was a charming and vivacious young woman. Her emerald eyes sparkled with mischief, and her laughter could light up her room. To everyone around her, she seemed like the perfect girlfriend, caring, attentive, and full of life. But beneath that captivating exterior, there lurked a darkness that few could see. When Ella started dating Mark, he thought he had found his dream girl. Their connection was instant and intense. They spent every waking moment together, and Mark felt like he was on top of the world. However, it didn't take long for the cracks in Ella's facade to begin showing. At first, it was subtle. Ella would constantly check Mark's phone, claiming it was out of curiosity. She would get upset if he mentioned any female friends, insisting that he didn't need anyone else but her. Mark brushed it off his jealousy, thinking it was a sign of how much she cared. As time went on, Ella's behavior became more erratic. She started showing up unannounced at Mark's workplace, bringing him lunch and insisting on spending his breaks together. She monitored his social media accounts, questioning every interaction and comment. Mark's friends began to notice her possessiveness and warned him that he was too enamored to see the truth. The turning point came one evening when Mark was out with his friends. Ella had begged him to stay home with her, but he had promised his friends he would join them. When he returned home, he found Ella sitting in the dark, her eyes glinting with a wild intensity. She had gone through his things, reading his journals and rifling through his drawers. She accused him of cheating, her voice rising to a hysterical pitch. Mark tried to reason with her, but Ella's paranoia had taken over. She became fixated on the idea that he was hiding something from her. She would show up at his friends' houses, demanding to know if they had seen him. She even started following him, convinced that he was meeting someone behind her back. Mark's life turned into a nightmare. He couldn't escape Ella's obsessive grip. She would bombard him with calls and texts, showing up at odd hours, pleading and threatening in equal measure. The constant surveillance and accusations wore him down, and he began to fear for his safety. One night, after yet another explosive argument, Mark knew he had to leave. He packed a bag and quietly slipped out of his apartment, hoping to escape Ella's watchful eye. He stayed with a friend for a few days, trying to figure out his next move. But Ella wasn't done with him. She tracked him down, showing up at his friend's doorstep, her eyes blazing with anger. In a final act of desperation, Mark filed for a restraining order. Ella was furious, but she had no choice but to comply. In the months that followed, Mark slowly rebuilt his life, haunted by the memories of his time with Ella. He learned to trust again, but he always kept his guard up, wary of anyone who seemed too perfect. And as for Ella, she disappeared from his life, leaving behind a trail of chaos and broken hearts. Unveil the dark secrets. Like and subscribe.